So we've got oxygen systems, they are checked, circuit breakers are in, gen switches as required, emergency lights are armed, standby flight display we've tested and on, other cockpit controls are as required, fuel quantity is checked and balanced, initialization page all is checked, and cockpit item checklist complete. We're going to throw on the parking brake, wheel chocks are off, cabin door is showing is closed, passenger briefing we've completed, seatbelts, and let's just make sure our passengers have their seatbelts on. We're going to go to engine number 2. Alright, 1000, 1000. We're looking for N2 plus 10. There we go. We'll go to flight idle. We're looking for ignition. ITTs are on the rise. And N1 is on the rise. We really want to see N1 rotation by the time N2 is at 25, which we got. And now we're just looking for a potential hot start.
Those are secondaries. 686 for the ITT. Now it's winding back down.
We are in hot Panama, so we're going to start a little bit warmer.
It's hot day out there. Hot and humid.
We got a good start coming down to the 400s. And we'll go to engine number 1. Engine number 1. Same thing, looking for N2 plus 10. There we go. Flight idle. Ignition. Watching the ITTs rise. Watching N1 rise. And now we're just looking for a potential hot start.
Secondaries. 686. This is what attempt out is. Is that a good start?
All right. Good start. Now we just need to indicate to the marshal that we need the generator disconnected. There you go. Chocks off. And now we get to turn the air conditioner back on, which is very much needed here.
The best button in the cockpit inside.
Take the vents, get some extra air. The lid head sits in. So we've got clearance. Clearance, Buenos Dias, Citation 3900.
You sound like a local. Fit right in here.
Aircraft calling second.
Citation 3900 Sierra.
Okay, November 3900, ready to copy?
Ready to copy 3900 Sierra.
It's clear to Kilo Foxtrot Lima Lima via radar vectors, Elabert. Taboga or Lima 465 are now, then at fire, climb maintain 14,000 initially, expecting final flight level 450. 10 minutes after departure, squawk 0275, departure frequency 121.2.
All right, clear to Fort Lauderdale International via radar vectors, and that is going to be Taboga, UL 465, Arnold, then as filed. Climb to 14,000, 450, 10 minutes after, squawk 0275, 121.2 is the departure frequency. That's for 3900.
Perfect, as filed.
Readback is correct. When ready ground, contact 121.7. Have a good day.
121.7, when ready. Good day. 3900. And ground citation 3900 Sierra, currently at global, ready to taxi.
Okay, taxi to the holding point 01 via Alpha and Echo, wind 340 at 4, QNH 1011, 2987, region 01, 183.
340 at 4, 1011, runway 1 via Alpha, hold short of runway 1, 3900.
All right.
1875 Sierra Kilo.
Here we go.
75 Sierra Kilo de la vez.
75 en espera en posición 6.
Recibido, hay una aeronave que va a salir del 9 Foxtrot hacia la
right.
Alfa y Eco.
We are clear
Se
left.
pasa la aeronave y cuando no sea factor ingresar Alfa, Delta y Golfo a la casa.
This is Alpha.
Pero la aeronave Alfa, Delta y Golfo, 1875.
We have Air Panama out there in front of us.
Superficie Hotel Papa 1964 Hotel Alfa establecido.
64 Hotel Alfa establecido a las
Loading up.
4:50.
So they very well might be going to David, which is the other side of Panama.
Oh, wow.
And I got to tell you, that is a beautiful area. I could retire there. I could live there. Mountainous, farms.
The passengers are checking out your airplane.
I'm checking out their airplane.
Got a spotter over here, too.
I want to go where they're going.
Charlie Alfa, bro.
This should be an exciting flight.
This is going to be a great flight, absolutely.
Bumpy taxiways down here, though, I'll tell you that much.
Bumpy taxiways is right. Kind of reminds me of New Jersey, doesn't it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Tower 3900, holding short runway 1, ready for departure.
3900, Royal hold short.
Holding short, 3900. And that's the highway you would take to go visit the canal. Actually, I think you went there yesterday. How was that?
Oh, it was amazing. There's a Kodiak right there.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it was really cool to see the ships going through the locks.
So hopefully next time we visit, we're going to take a ride in a Kodiak.
3900, line up and wait, runway 01.
3900, line up and wait.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun.
We are looking at runway 1. Lights and heats are on. Flaps are 15, trims are set. We have no cast messages. We're in the green and waiting for clearance.
I like how the runway's got some elevation changes.
3900, runway heading 3000, wind 3407, clear for takeoff.
Runway heading 3000, clear for takeoff, runway 13900. All right, so we're looking, we have 2 good engines. We'll go to throttle takeoff, and we're going to release the brakes.
You just do have some birds you can see up there.
That's right.
Above us, we'll just keep an eye out for those guys.
We've got airspeed alive, both sides. We've got an 80 knot cross check. We're in the green. Now we're looking for V1. And V1 basically means there's no turning back. And here we are. We're going to rotate. Positive rate. All right. And we are V2 plus 10, so we're going to clean up our flaps.
Oh, I got to get just a little shot over here of the city. That looks nice.
November 39900, departure time 1450, contact 121.2, Panama departure control.
121.2 for 3900, thanks very much. Buen dia.
Good day.
Departure November 3900, 1.2 climbing 3000.
November 3900, Panama departures radar, contact climb to 8000.
Climb to 8000, 3900.
8,000 set. Great view of the city over here off the right. Man, beautiful.
Copa 867, salidas, contacto radar,
Yeah, these mountains are great.
14,000.
This is a great place to dirt bike. I spent a lot of time here in Panama.
That's what we have to plan.
Getting lost.
Copa 253, proceda
Flying down here and
directivo.
go dirt biking out
That's right.
on the trails and the roads.
And off to the right, I think the cameras
Copa
might have missed it,
744,
but
contacte
that's where we
documento
just stayed.
R1181.
Panama City. We stayed in Punta Pacifica, the
Yep.
JW Marriott.
November
Beautiful place.
3900, climb to 10,000.
10,000 for 3900.
10,000 set.
And 3900, turn left, heading 340 vectors for your climb.
Left 340, 3900.
Man, this CJ3 is smooth. I like it.
Yep.
A lot of power and it's a great airplane.
Copa 473, Panama aproximación, descienda para 6,000.
You filed for 450 today, correct?
We are going up to 450.
Nice.
It's a little warm. It might take longer than usual, but that's all right. Once we get up there, it'll be quiet. We'll be moving fast.
That's the
7.3, Mach 7.3 is what we're expecting.
nice. That's the service ceiling of this aircraft. Great view of Panama there. The canal right goes through that area.
Del Papa 126, Alfa Alfa, contacte el Alberto R1183.
So the nice thing about this is, compared to the M2, is we're still climbing at 2,000 feet per minute, but we're doing 220 knots. Really, really comfortable. This was a great
November
upgrade.
3900, climb to 12,000.
12,000 for 3900. All right, landing gears up, flaps are up, throttles are set to climb, pack safeties as required, external lights will
Copa
set.
827, Panama aproximación, descienda para
Pressurization
10,000.
is checked, and altimeters are set, and after takeoff, checklist complete. So coming up off the left, or following us actually off the left, is the Panama Canal.
Oh, you can see it right there.
That's right.
Look off the left camera
Copa
view there.
306, proceda a Iruso Angut,
can see
descienda para 3,100.
Lake Gatun, which is the lake that feeds the canal.
So yeah, the canal feeds into that lake,
Copa
right?
867,
Then it
ascienda
comes
para
off the other side over
10,000,
there.
ahora pendiente superior.
And so basically the elevation of each body of water is different, and the canal is what balances.
Actually, I think the lake is higher
Yep.
than the canals.
November 3900, contact Panama North 133.3.
33.3 for 39 Sierra Sierra. Good day. Buen día. Panama, buenos días. Citation 39 Sierra Sierra, 10.2, climbing 14,000.
Citation 39 Sierra Sierra, Panama, climb to flight level 430. Let me see if I can coordinate you higher.
Sounds great. 430 for 39 Sierra Sierra, and currently we're on a heading of 340.
Roger. Flight direct to Arnold, November 39 Sierra Sierra.
Direct to Arnold, 39 Sierra Sierra, thanks.
All right, so almost cleared up
393, will direct to
to our cruise altitude and direct to Arnold, which is a fixed on our route. Passing through 10,000, we get comfortable now.
That's right.
Shoulder harnesses are coming off. Still keep the lap belt on in case we hit any unexpected turbulence, and armrest gets to come down. See, the lake is higher than the canal, so that's why they have to have the locks to step the ships up to the lake level.
Yeah, did you get to see that yesterday on your tour?
Yeah, yep.
Awesome.
It was a really cool tour. Got to go over there with the guys.
So now off to the left, you might be able to see a small city kind of on the shore, and that's Colon. That's the industrial area that some people call it the free zone. That's the industrial area where the ships will come, drop some stuff off, ships will go, take stuff away. It's a pretty hectic place to be, but there's been a lot of commerce for decades.
Great view over there of it?
Yep.
Nice.
So again, 220 knots, almost 2,000 feet a minute. We're at just under 15,000 feet. Doesn't get any better.
What would you be doing in the M2 for speed-wise?
Right now, we'd probably be at the same climb. The speed at this altitude would be 180, 190.
So maybe 40 knots slower?
More or less.
I think
the heat would play that role there. But this is just not struggling.
Panamá Buenas, Copa 241, ascenso para 141.
And it's been a great progression, starting with Cirrus, not even getting to this altitude, moving over to the TBMs.
Come a long ways since you started your pilot career.
Been a fun ride.
Everything looks good. Just checking all the gauges and numbers. Low temperature pressure is all good.
So our N1's great. ITTs are great. We're looking at N2. Fuel flow is as expected. Oil pressure is good. We usually see just a slight variance. Same thing with oil temperature. We've got more than enough fuel to get there, and then some.
Yeah, I like to do that when you see what you're about to go over. A vast expense of ocean.
That's smart.
So I like to do a nice, overview of everything to make sure we're looking good. And everything looks good.
Everything looks good. Worst case is we've got a life raft in the back. It holds 12. It's just 4 of us.
It's like a cruise. It's like a cruise ship.
We've got a paddle.
I can see you topped off on fuel because the fuel prices down here in Panama for Jet A.
That's right.
Are dirt cheap.
So we use global FBOs. They've been amazing every time I use them. Fuel's cheap. Service is amazing, as you saw.
Yeah, they did a really good job there.
Yep. Hopefully I'll be able to link them in the video description.
Yeah, that'd be great. There we go.
Panama's such a small country. I mean, imagine, we made it across the country in 10 minutes. By car, you could do it in 2 hours. Now, side to side, I think it takes about 6-7 hours to get to the Costa Rican border.
Looks like the western side's got more of the mountains in it.
Yeah, the further west you go, the more beautiful it gets.
Wow.
But despite being such a small country, there's so much culture.
Have you ever been over to the Mike Papa Delta Alpha?
Yes.
That looks like a cool spot to go.
You know who took me there is Mark, the guy you spent the day with yesterday.
Yeah, Mark.
Amazing pilot.
Had a lot of fun hanging out.
We went there with the family. We spent a few days. And there's farms, there's fun, there's everything you can imagine. There's a dormant volcano there.
Oh, wow.
It's been dormant for over 500 years. It's called the Volcan Baru. We climbed it. My wife and I climbed it.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. Well, I shouldn't say we climbed it. We didn't climb it. We had a Jeep take us up.
Oh, that's a whole different definition of climbing.
It's 12,500 feet.
Oh, wow.
We were truly unprepared. We went with like a sweater. And
it gets chilly up
when
there.
we got to the bottom, they were like, where are you going? We said, we're going to go to the top. They said, no, you're not ready. And so we rented a truck to take us up there. That was a blast.
That had to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Now, you spent a lot of time in propeller and turbine. You even flew commercial for some time.
Good. My first job was out of Fort Lauderdale International, where we're going today. Got hired at 400 hours back in the day. That's not a lot of hours to get hired as a co-pilot.
And pilots would kill for that today.
Flying Fairchild Metroliners.
Right.
And I went to Saab 340s, and then I went to the charter world after that, after flying the Part 121 regional airlines.
So the Saab 340 are turboprops, correct?
Yep, it's a big turboprop, 30 passengers, seats about 30. You got one flight attendant.
Nice.
It's a great airplane to fly around.
And after that, your next experience in a jet in the front seat was in a Vision jet, correct?
So I flew a Premier One, then I flew an M2 Citation Max. He's a YouTuber.
Right.
Flew with him and his Citation. And then we went with my buddy Charlie in the Vision Jet to Heaven's Landing out to the Bahamas in the Vision Jet. A couple Vision Jet videos I've flown. And then I've been enjoying flying around with you, kind of having fun and exploring the world.
Amazing.
Aviation is such a fun community to be part of.
Yeah. And you surrounded yourself with all great people.
Yeah.
Charlie, what an amazing pilot.
Yeah, Charlie's a great pilot.
Max, I mean, you watch his video, he is on point with every move that he makes. Really, really impressive. Great to watch. And what's it like for you, coming from the turboprop world, getting into the jets, and now we've spent some time together in the M2, now we're in the CJ3 Plus.
I can't
What's it like for you?
I feel like the jets are just so much more smooth and quiet, and it's just like... See, I'm really enjoying stepping into jets finally.
Nice. I'm going to go over to autopilot.
There we go.
We're at 26,000 feet. It's a good time to do so. And we'll let that take the wheel for a little bit. Yeah, so Heaven's Landing seemed like a really cool spot to land in. I mean, you know, another great environment, trees all around.
My friend Mike is the developer of it, and he's also a pilot. Really nice guy. He'll treat you like a first-class treatment when you go to, if you ever want to go up and visit him up there and check out Heaven's Landing and the properties up there. Great spot to spend time.
Yeah, you spent a lot of time in Bahamas.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
I mean, you got to see the views. You've been to places.
Yeah, I was able to become a Bahamas flying ambassador many years ago.
Yeah.
Where they did a big ceremony for me. We landed at Freeport, and they did a big water cannon salute where we were in a Cirrus SR-22 Turbo at the time with my buddy Nate from Cirrus.
Yep.
I went through that, which was amazing. It was such an amazing experience. But yeah, I've been flying around the Caribbean most of my whole career, so it's a great place to go flying. I love the Exumas. Daniel Key is my favorite.
Beautiful.
Down the Exuma Island chain.
And so what would you say is maybe, you know, pick one of your maybe top 5. I don't want to put you on the spot for your favorite approach, your favorite airport, but pick one of the top 5. What would you say?
I liked St. Martin.
St. Martin.
When I went down there with the TBM 850, and they have the beach, you know, at the very end of the runway where everybody lines up and they have a beach bar there.
Yep.
And I'm coming into land with the TBM. It's a small little airplane, and the beach is just packed. And I'm like, why? Usually they just come in for the big planes. Like, why are they all lined up to look at a little TBM? But then I realized after I landed, there was I think it was a 747 coming in right behind me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they were all out there waiting for him. I just got lucky to be coming in right before the...
You thought they were fans, but in fact they were waiting for the big boy behind you.
It's cool. The beach bar, they'll actually have a chalkboard where they put the times and the arrivals of the bigger airplanes, so people know when to go out there to look for the big. So, but that was a bucket list place.
Very cool. My favorite still is coming here into Albrook Airport.
Oh, this is a beautiful beautiful approach.
But I surely don't have the experience that you do. So maybe as I fly and as I get to some new places, I'll add to that list. Although Aspen might have been the most fun.
Oh yeah, Aspen. That's a very challenging approach, especially if IMC.
So luckily, when I flew in and out of Aspen, it was a clear day. They turned us in just a little bit late on the visual, and you just got to pitch down.
Wow, yeah.
It feels like a roller coaster. And before you start your descent, you've got to get fully configured in order to keep the plane slow. So you got to get really, really slow, configure, nose down. And I did that in the Phenom, which was a really, really fun plane to fly.
Yeah. I think another bucket list place would be to go to St. Bart's.
Yeah, for sure.
I think landing there would be amazing one day.
I'll leave that to you. I'll sit right.
That's going to be a challenging one there. You need the right airplane though for that.
And I think the TBM would be it.
Yep. PC-12, something like that.
Yeah, the PC-12 would be another winner for that trip.
Yeah,
I agree.
That'd be a great airplane.
Yeah. And as much as I'm loving flying jets and getting it to bigger and farther, there is a plane that I miss, and that's the TBM.
I agree. It's a lot of fun to fly. The newer TBMs.
Now, I have a Vision Jet coming. I'm thoroughly excited about it. I think it's a different tool. I don't think that they're comparable.
That's more
but I have
for
very
fun
little
flying.
experience.
Just for fun, flying around, shorter hops.
Yep.
I always say when you want to fly for fun, low and slow, in my opinion, is fun flying.
Yeah.
But when you want to get somewhere, high and fast is the way to go. But it's just like motorcycles. Like a man can't just have one motorcycle.
You're preaching to the choir.
I know.
Well, that brings us to a great question. What's your favorite bike you have? I know you've got a few, right?
Yeah.
You've got a street bike.
I love my Harley Street Glide for just cruising around, town and stuff and relax. Going down over to the beach. But I also got a Beta 390 Dual Sport, which is great for off-road. It's basically a 90% dirt bike, 10% street bike.
Right.
And then 2 little Honda Groms that I bring to like the aviation events on the back of my RV. So that way when you park the RV at Oshkosh Air Adventure or Sun and Fun, you have your little Honda Groms to go get to the entrance of the events and stuff and go to the different areas. We got about 10,000 feet more to go to our selected altitude of flight level 430. When I was in the Coast Guard, we'd come down here in the cutter, and we would just come out here and zigzag. Wait for any type of activity to come up to intercept them.
So for those of us that don't know what a cutter is, what's a cutter?
It's a ship, but in the Coast Guard world, they don't call it ships, they call them cutters.
And how big is it, more or less?
370 something feet, I believe it was.
Wow, that's a ship. That's not a boat.
Yeah, it's a big boat.
So we're coming up on 370. We're about to get through this haze. And we've got about 2 hours left of this ride. This is about the time that we throw on XM radio, but where we are, we don't have XM, so
you're right.
We're going to have to ask our guests if they'll sing us a song.
Maybe we could stream some music off our phone.
There you go. That's a great idea. In the meantime, we'll check back on the way down. Thanks for watching.
All right, we're back with you.
I'm doing that. It's my show now.
Into descent.
Okay, thank you. Charlie Bravo.
Descending via.
All right, so we're back with you currently at 14.5, descending via the Bahia 3. Just passed over Pyrex. And we're on our way down to Fort Lauderdale International. Got a little bit of light chop, nothing too serious.
We're 3900 contact approach on 120 point. Actually, 124. Actually, I'll get you back there. 124.85, 2485.
2485, 3900. All right, let's go to approach. Approach November 39 Sierra. Currently have information whiskey looking for 10 right.
November 39 Sierra. Miami approach expect ILS, runway 10 right, there, altitude leaving.
Altitude leaving is 11.7, descending via Bahia 3.
November 9 Sierra, contact approach 133.77.
3377, 3900. Approach citation 390 Sierra, 7000, descending via Bahia 3, and we've got whiskey looking for 10 right.
November 39 Sierra, Miami approach, roger. November 39 Sierra, cross bunker at or above 5000, cleared ILS 10 right approach.
Cross bunker at or above 5,000 and cleared for the ILS 10 right approach, 3900. All right, so we've got our top of descent here. We've got our localizer, glide slope, and that'll kick in as we get closer.
Looking good. Now I got the runway in sight.
It's funny, flying at, 400 something knots, and now moving down to 200 something knots. It feels like we're going slow.
Feels very slow.
November 9 Sierra, and if you can, best speed, contact Fort Lauderdale Tower on 120.2.
120.2, 3900. Tower citation 390 Sierra, 10 right.
Citation 3900 for Lauderdale Tower, runway 10 right, clear to land.
10 right, clear to land, 3900. I'm going to hand fly it down.
Autopilot.
Yeah, it's good though.
Autopilot.
You don't always want the airplane to have all the fun.
That's right. We've got the approach speed is about 112 and the VREF is about 104. We are hand flying and we've got yaw damper to go.
We have some birds all coming up here.
Yep. All right, so yaw damper is gone.
Looks like we're gonna have a left crosswind on this landing.
Just a little bit. All right, we've got 3 green, no red, flaps are full, airport's in sight, we're in the green.
Bravo with for the visual 10 right.
November 4410 Bravo for Lauderdale Tower, runway 10
500.
right, clear to land.
Clear to land, 10 Bravo.
Minimums. Minimums.
And there's our minimums. And anybody who flies, this is their favorite part.
Oh yeah,
This is where it gets fun, isn't it?
50.
for sure.
20. 10.
Nice smooth landing.
Nice and smooth, that's right.
Fort Lauderdale Tower, Wagner 388, turning base behind the traffic for a wind.
November 900, turn left, join Juliet, hold short, Quebec, contact ground point 4.
Left, join Juliet, hold short, Quebec, and over to ground, 3900. Yeah. And let's go over to ground. Ground citation 3900, clear of 10 right on Juliet, parking shelter.
Station 3900 for ground taxi, shelter, Juliet, Quebec, Hotel, Lima, Lima 1.
All right, shelter, Juliet, Quebec, Hotel, Lima, Lima 1, 3900, thanks.
Citation 3900, at Quebec, you're going to pass behind an Airbus.
At Quebec, we'll pass behind the Airbus, 3900.
Spirit 2991
All
for
right,
ground.
great flight. Yeah, Spirit's right over there.
Juliet.
Quebec, Juliet
That's
for
what we'll be
10
passing
right,
behind.
now we have whiskey, 2991.
It's cool to be back in Fort Lauderdale.
10 left on country, 754.
We're going to shelter. I'll grab some lunch, and I'll be off to Atlanta.
31 on Tango.
Enjoy the rest of your day, Isaac. Thanks for having us on board.
31, float to the ground, we 10 left.
Glad to have you.
Charlie
If you like it, click the like, click the subscribe, do what you do.
Sierra Bravo, just off
Keep watching.
Juliet to shelter.
441 Sierra Bravo, float to the ground, taxi Juliet, Quebec, Hotel, Lima, Lima 1.
Grounded 972, Tango 5, Sure Sierra with whiskey.
Look at that nice paint job on the Allegiant.
This guy have a big dolphin on the
Yeah.
972, float to the ground, roger, hold short of Sierra.
They're trying to copy Frontier with all their animals.
Legion 531, monitor the tower 119.3.
Legion 531, monitor.
I've never parked over here before. We're gonna turn left into him.
Perfect. All right. That was good.
Ground line 38 on
Air,
Juliet.
turn off defog.
Tiger 388, full ground taxi to customs, vehicle, Best Hotel, Lima, Lima 1.
All right. Welcome.
Quebec Hotel, Lima, Lima 1, 38.